everybody. Hello, friends. Welcome to the episode of Creative Visions TV today. I'm your host, Karen Dahlman, and we have with us today Rodney, my board partner. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, so happy to be here.
A few of you have reached out and asked you want to see more of Rodney, so he's going to join me on a few of these episodes, and we're going to talk about just certain things having to do with the Ouija board, our favorite tool, guys. So this is the deal. Rodney has a really cool name that I gave him because he's really a great board partner. I can't stress how important it is to find a great board partner if you're going to work with somebody. Now, as you guys know, you can use the board by yourself. You can use it as a solo Ouija. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm going to tell you today why I like using a partner and having a board partner working with me, and how Rodney got his name, the Ouija Whisperer. So when I'm doing using this tool and I'm trying to, spell out, grab the letters, call them out, one finger on the planchette, one hand writing, it's my way of kind of dissociating myself from the process so I can let go, step aside, and allow the connection to happen that we always talk about here on the show. So I do that on purpose, the writing this, calling it out, so I can remove myself. And so what happens is, I don't always know what's coming. Sometimes I do know the words and I might say them out loud before they come or as they come. But often I get a lot of stuff I don't know what's there until we read it back. So I will try to punctuate it when we're done, because what we get is like, you know how it is, it's a long line of letters.
It may be a sentence, maybe a word, maybe a sentence, and maybe a paragraph, and maybe
pages
two or three pages.
Yeah, and so we have to punctuate it and find where the commas go, or where the emphasis on the words are, or even to split up the letters correctly to make the right word. Because sometimes letters are stuck together; they could be the same. It could be a whole different word. So when I'm trying to do that, for some reason I miss a lot of those things, and I might say it incorrectly or put the wrong group of letters together. And it's weird because when you see these shows that we do, and we actually do those sessions, and by all means, there's several of them on this show or this channel to watch. I'm always just trying to figure it out, and he looks at it from upside down, right? You're upside down looking at the letters.
Upside down.
And all of a sudden he goes, "This is what it's saying," blah, 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 blah. He just gets it like that, and I would go, how do you do that?
First of all, I have my own, first of all, why anybody would want to see more of me, I'm not sure, but since I'm here, happy to talk about how we do this. I too disassociate myself from the process, but a whole different way than you do. I actually, and I know we've talked about this, I actually look at the center of the planchette where the nail is going through, and I follow that nail from letter to letter with my eyes. I listen to what you're saying in the letters, but I can't spell the words. I used to try to read what you were writing.
Well, we stopped that immediately. I said, if you do that, you're going to, and it controlled the process, you guys. It took him a few sessions to get it going where we had legible things, because he was trying to watch and second guess it. So he had to remove himself. That's another important step to try that too if you're having some problems working with your partner. Yeah,
so that's what I chose to do.
That was great.
That's what I chose to do. But when she reads it back, she's doing her best to read, see the letters, read, try to figure out the words, try to figure out where the abbreviations are, because the board will abbreviate. The board will put S for source, and it looks like an S at the end of a word.
It has its acronyms it uses. We've talked about this before.
And so while she's doing that, I'm listening to what she is saying. And in that, I can actually hear what she's saying, and then I can see or feel what it should be.
See, and so I call him the Ouija Whisperer, because he's able to get that. So it's like you're using a whole nother ability within you. It naturally happens for you. You understand the message even deeper sometimes than what I might be reading at surface value or face value, right?
Correct. But what we.
But how do you do that? That's what I want to know. Share your secret, because he's really good at getting the message correctly right away.
So
I have a hard time splitting up the letters and stuff.
I think part of being able to use the board and being a successful partner for her is that without my knowing, I've gone my whole life not knowing, but we all have that ability. And so I have found that I have this it's not intuitive. It is more empathy, right? I mean,
empathic and but I would say intuitiveness.
So I can hear the flow of the words even if she's saying them monotone. I can hear the flow of the words, and when she says it wrong, when I don't mean wrong, but when she says it,
I
it sounds wrong. It sounds wrong to me, and I go, oh no, that I think it should be. I think the comma should be here, or the period should put the period here, and read it again. And sure enough, the interesting thing is that often we come short of arguing because we don't argue, but she'll go, no, I think it should be this, and I say, well, I think it should be this, and then we'll read it both ways, and we'll go, well, it really should be both ways. And it can be both ways, and that in and of itself.
Well, because the messages are come from this whole different source, and they really have like real positive, uplifting things to say. And when you read it the two different ways, they always come back and say, well, yeah, it can be both ways. But yet you have just an uncanny ability. It's really interesting. I never worked with a partner who had such a great gift as this, to be able to really hear the messages and feel them and get that meaning to another level. So now I want to say something about that too.
Sure.
This is why I really enjoy working with a partner. For me, again, you can do this tool by yourself, but if you find a partner where it really is working well with you guys, don't keep switching up partners. Stick with that one partner and really build that energy up and those connections. But I like working with a partner because then we get to have this dialogue about the messages. And they may see something in the message that you didn't see, or hear it on a different level that you didn't hear. And that's what I'm saying, or he's able to do that in a different way than I would. And not that the way it's wrong or right, it's just that you get that extra input into the message, and it becomes, I don't know, really entertaining, very interesting, and it gives you a whole new depth of exploring, because it takes you into these dialogues and conversations, and also application, how you can apply the information you learned. It's fun.
My favorite part, and I've always said this, my favorite part is not sitting there and moving and having my shoulders burn on fire because we're sitting there for...
It takes a while sometimes.
No, it does. But my favorite part is the reading back of the message, because we've just gone through and said all these letters, and it is so... And I anticipate with great joy what is coming next, and what we're going to hear, and what the message is going to be. And the fun part about that is that we may sit there and dialogue for a longer than it took for the message, and that to me is fun too. And then the step beyond that is oftentimes I've gotten a phone call 2 days later that said, oh my God, I just reread the session. You're not going to believe what I just read. Yeah,
so I would call him and say, there's more to this session. This is what I've been reading. I read all these over and over again, because you will hear it on another level. You'll keep hearing it on different levels, depending on what kind of message you're getting. So we're also talking about using the tool to reach into like real higher levels and realms of consciousness, such as your guides, your spirit guides, your angels or guardians, even extraterrestrials or interdimensional beings. You go to another level with this, and they will give you some profound messages or really important stuff for you to hear, depending on what you're asking for. But then, you read it back, and I read it back, and then we're going to get even more information from it. So that's what I love working with the board partner. But again, you can use this tool by yourself or with another, and I think it's just, to me, it's a blast to have a great board partner and do this work with. So I appreciate that.
And thank you. I do too. And to me, a lot of it's the interpersonal communication between the two of us, and how is this going to apply, or how are we going to apply that to our daily lives?
The teachings, the message to our lives. Yeah, that's a piece of it. So anyway, this is the Ouija Whisperer.
Thank you. That's nice.
Well, anyway, it's true. So thank you for joining us here. If you have any questions you'd like for us to address, put them down below. We'll be happy to be answering your questions you have about using this tool. You'll see a few more segments like this where Rodney joins me, and we get to talk about our use of the tool, how we use it, how we've been able to use it in real great, what would you say, wonderful ways.
Yeah, I think I think that's fun. I think if this is an ongoing thing every once in a while that I can come on, that'd be fun. I'd
be fun. And we'd like to have you, so thank you. That'd be great.
Thank you.
So thank you again for watching. This was Creative Visions TV. That's Rodney, my board partner, and I'm Karen Dahlman. We'll see you again really soon. Go enjoy. Happy boarding.
And I'm the Ouija Whisperer.